Hey there guys, it's CyberUltra here for another video talking about Smash Ultimate speculation. Just a day ago, I uploaded a video talking about whether or not we're getting one character at E3 or two. In this video, I wanted to talk about my hopes and predictions for who could get revealed at E3. I kept the two videos separate because I have a lot to say about both topics, and I didn't want to have a really long and drawn out video. If you're interested in my opinions on whether we'll see one character or two, make sure to check out that video. But for today, I'm going to be focusing completely on characters. Before we get into it, keep in mind that these are my personal opinions. Honestly, it's really hard for anyone to get predictions right, because Nintendo has done a really good job of keeping Fighters Pass 2 a mystery. I see a lot of people on the internet complaining about people asking for popular characters and to be more original. But they're popular for a reason, and people are hoping for them to get into Smash, so more power to them. Same goes for people who are hoping for someone obscure or a character that's unexpected. You're all welcome to enjoy whatever you want, as long as it's not Fire Emblem. Anyways, with all of the disclaimer stuff out of the way, let's get into my hopes and predictions right after I talk about how, thanks to all of you, I've reached 250 subscribers. I really appreciate all of the kind comments you guys leave, and if you're not already subscribed, it's not too late to join the squad. Without any further delay, let's get into my predictions. There's been a lot of overlap between characters I want and characters that I consider likely, so for the sake of not sounding too redundant, I'll just cover everything I have to say about a character at once, including how much I want them and as well as their likelihood. So for the very first one, I'll just get it out of the way. Everyone is talking about Crash Bandicoot. Do I think he's likely? Definitely. He has a solid chance to get in. Not that it matters in deciding Smash characters, but it's good to mention that a lot of his games have been coming to the Switch. If there's any time for him to get into the game, it's now. But also, that doesn't mean he's a lock. I don't think there's a single character that has an extremely likely chance of getting into the game. We just really don't know what goes into deciding these characters. In hindsight, we can see it, but at the moment, it's pretty hard. In terms of how much I personally want them, I'd be stoked. He's a really important part of gaming history, and I would be really excited to see him in the game. For the next character, I want to bring up some possible first-party choices they have. I actually don't think we would get a first-party character revealed at E3. First-party DLC characters are generally ones that promote a recent game. Every first-party DLC fighter we've had in Ultimate is from a Switch game. Byleth is from Fire Emblem Three Houses, Min Min is from ARMS, and Pyramithra are from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Notice how there aren't any old games? I think that fact will remain the same. Old Nintendo characters are generally the types we expect to see in the base roster of a Smash game. Ones like King K. Rool and Ridley come to mind, but just for the sake of it, I'm gonna throw out some possible Nintendo characters I wouldn't mind getting in the game. First, a Kid Icarus rep, specifically Viridi or Hades. I think either of them would be absolutely sick, and they're from a game Sakurai himself directed. Next is a Gen 8 Pokemon rep. I find this extremely boring, but if I had to pick one, it would be Inteleon. Not gonna lie, I'm still disappointed that Incineroar got into the game instead of Decidueye. I also know that a lot of people want Porky in the game, and I do find it weird that he isn't even a spirit in Smash Ultimate. Anyways, enough with first-party characters. Let's get back to third party. For people that have watched some of my other content, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but here we go. Phoenix Wright. That would be incredible, and I actually do think he has a solid chance. Capcom has worked with Nintendo tons, and it seems really weird that they still don't have a DLC fighter in Ultimate. Resident Evil already got DLC spirits, and Monster Hunter already got a Mii costume. I'm really hoping that Phoenix would be their next choice for a Capcom rep. As I've mentioned a billion times before, Phoenix is my most wanted character. I would love it if he were to get a bunch of different defense attorneys and prosecutors as his alternate skins. Ones like Apollo Justice and Miles Edgeworth would be amazing. Moving on, I want to talk about Doomguy or Doomslayer, whatever you want to call him. I don't think any more Microsoft characters are getting in the game, but keep in mind that the Fighters Pass was decided before Microsoft bought Bethesda, so I think Doomslayer is absolutely still on the table. We still don't have a proper shooter rep, and I think this is the time to get one. He would be an incredibly hype addition, and I think there's a solid chance of it happening. I wanted to finish off with my really dumb prediction, which is this. FORTNITE. I know, it's stupid. He comes from a free-to-play shooter that most people meme on, everyone considers him an absolute joke, and his main mechanic would be mining and building stuff, which is way too similar to Steve. But there's a part of me deep down inside that just wants it to happen so I can hysterically laugh at people losing it over Fortnite Jonesy jumping out of the battle bus to join Smash. But let's be honest here, it's not happening, as funny as it would be. Of course, there are tons of characters I haven't talked about, so I'm just gonna throw them all out right now. Eggman or Tails, Dante, Sora, Shantae, Ryu Hayabusa, Lloyd Irving, The Knight, Reimu, Arl, Master Chief, 2B, and whoever else. I don't really have anything to say about most of those characters, aside from Lloyd Irving, who I think has a pretty big shot of getting in the game as Bandai Namco's second rep. We'll have to see whether his Mii costume is back or if he's a character. Either way, we'll find out pretty soon. And that's all the time I've got for today's video. It'll be interesting to look back at this video and see how horribly wrong I was. Maybe you'll do a better job of predicting than I can, so make sure to leave a comment saying the character you think has the single highest chance out of anyone at getting into Smash. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.